lost in fear. In the late hours of the night, one of the group members suddenly disappeared. Panic ensued as Emre and the others searched frantically for their missing friend, but to no avail. It was as if they had vanished into thin air. Eventually, Emre and his companions found themselves confronting the dark secrets hidden within the depths of the mountains. According to ancient legend, these mountains were once the site of dark rituals and mysterious worship. Now, it seemed as though the echoes of those ancient rituals still lingered, haunting the mountains with their malevolent presence. The end of the nightmare. Some managed to survive and escape the mountains, but for those left behind, the horrors they endured would never be forgotten. The amalgamation of the strange sound from the apartment and the mysterious terrors of the mountains would forever haunt their souls. As Emre and his friends distanced themselves from the mountains, a part of them remained trapped in its silent cry. They would shape the world of the Survivors with the terrifying memories that had turned into the silent scream of the mountains, from the apartment to the desolate mountains, the grotesque game of fate. As the silence of the night echoed through the corridors of the apartment building, Emre's apartment seemed alive, even as the city slept. Engrossed in his work at the computer, he heard a creaking sound that sent shivers down his spine. He glanced away from the screen, trying to pinpoint the source of the noise, but it seemed to dissolve into the melancholic silence of the building. A few days later, as Emre and his friends grew restless, the idea of a mountain getaway emerged. Excitement filled the air, but Emre couldn't shake off the memory of the strange sound from the apartment. A seed of unease grew within him, but he hesitated to share his concerns with his friends. Thus, as they embarked on their journey to the mountains, a sense of apprehension lingered in Emre's mind. The silent cry of the mountains. The mountains were shrouded in clouds, and some of the paths seemed perilous. The group began their challenging ascent, each step heavy with an unspoken tension. Upon reaching the peaks, an eerie sensation enveloped them. Everything was silent save for the howling of the wind. As night fell, the wind's howl intensified, and Emre and his friends gathered around the campfire. However, the warmth of the fire did little to ease their nerves. Strange sounds began to emanate from the forest, at first dismissed as tricks of the wind, but gradually growing more distinct. It felt as though someone, or something, was watching them from the shadows. The haunting legacy, unraveling the mysteries. As Emre and his friends returned from the mountains, they found themselves haunted by the memories of their harrowing experience. The strange sound from the apartment and the eerie events in the mountains continued to plague their thoughts, refusing to be forgotten. Emre, unable to shake off the feeling of unease, delved deeper into the mysteries that had unfolded. He began researching the history of the mountains, uncovering ancient legends and forgotten tales of darkness and despair. Each revelation only served to deepen the sense of foreboding that hung over him like a shadow. Meanwhile, his friends grappled with their own nightmares, struggling to come to terms with the horrors they had witnessed. Some sought solace in therapy, while others turned to alcohol and drugs in a futile attempt to escape their memories. As the days turned into weeks, Emre's obsession with uncovering the truth grew stronger. He retraced their steps in the mountains, searching for clues and answers to the questions that tormented him. Yet, the more he searched, the more elusive the truth became. slipping through his fingers like smoke in the wind. Then, one fateful night, Emre received a mysterious message from an unknown sender. The message contained cryptic clues and coordinates leading to a remote part of the mountains where ancient ruins lay hidden beneath the earth. With a mixture of fear and determination, Emre set out alone, driven by a primal instinct to confront the darkness that lurked within. As he journeyed deeper into the heart of the mountains, Emre felt the weight of centuries pressing down upon him. The air grew thick with a sense of foreboding, and the shadows seemed to dance with malevolent intent. Yet, he pressed on, his resolve unwavering in the face of the unknown. Finally, he reached the ancient ruins, their crumbling walls whispering secrets of a bygone era. With trembling hands, Emre began to unearth the truths that had been buried for centuries, piecing together fragments of a forgotten past. And then, in the depths of the ruins, he found it, a relic of unspeakable power, the key to unlocking the mysteries that had plagued him for so long. With a sense of dread and anticipation, Emre reached out and touched the artifact, unleashing forces beyond his comprehension. In that moment, the world shifted, and Emre found himself standing on the precipice of a new reality. The ancient powers that had lain dormant for centuries had been awakened, and Emre realized with a sinking heart that he had unleashed a darkness that threatened to consume everything in its path. With a heavy heart and a sense of impending doom, Emre knew that he had only just begun to uncover the true extent of the horrors that lay hidden in the shadows. And as he gazed out into the abyss, he realized that the nightmare was far from over. It had only just begun.